everyone, I'm Barry Stagner, and this is his channel Newsbreak. Vandals defaced a former synagogue in eastern France with swastikas in the latest of a series of anti-Semitic desecrations plaguing the region. Staff at the synagogue-turned-sports-facility in the town of Mommenheim discovered the swastikas on the building's door and facade, which still bears original Hebrew lettering, according to the Associated Press. The anti-Semitic incident came hot on the heels of the Saturday vandalism of a monument honoring a synagogue ransacked and burned by Hitler Youth in Strasbourg. The culprits knocked the memorial stone off its base and left it lying on the ground. The leftist caucus of the Illinois General Assembly looked at what happened in New York and Virginia, and as a result, decided to put a bill being forth called the Reproductive Health Act and another piece of legislation that repeals the Parental Notice of Abortion Act. Both have been filed and are making their way through the legislative process. The Reproductive Health Act is 118 pages long and presents so many positions that are problematic for people who are either pro-life or pro-liberty, it is difficult to summarize them all succinctly. The main thrust of the bill can be summed up in this statement: a fertilized egg, embryo, or fetus does not have independent rights under the law of the state of Illinois. To that end, the bill allows physician assistants to perform abortions and eliminates restrictions on where the procedure can occur. Further, the legislation repeals several provisions of the statutes that give legal protections for healthcare workers and providers who refuse to take part in or perform abortion procedures. Like the New York law, this would allow abortion up to and during birth and decriminalize the murder of an unborn child through, say, physical abuse of the child's pregnant mother. The state is prohibited from intruding in a woman's reproductive health care decision-making process and creates an avenue for a woman to bring a lawsuit should she feel that right was violated. Local governments may write ordinances expanding abortion access, but may not weaken access to the abortion clinics. The proposal also waters down the reporting requirements for abortions and exempts reports from Illinois Freedom of Information law. The Reproductive Health Act is so encompassing in its own right. An argument can be made that also passing the bill repealing the Parental Notice of Abortion Act is overkill. Under the first measure, a child could sue her doctor for insisting on following the Parental Notice of Abortion Act and providing notice of the procedure to her parents. A group of Israeli activists are calling on the government to establish a synagogue on the Temple Mount and open it for Jewish prayer. According to Asaf Fried, a spokesman for an organization dedicated to the Jewish rights on the Temple Mount, more than 50 leaders from across the religious spectrum gathered on Sunday to discuss the situation on the Temple Mount, known as Har Habayit in Hebrew. Riots have continuously erupted on the Temple Mount since last month, when thousands of Palestinians stormed the Golden Gate, which has been closed by a court order since 2003. Jerusalem police arrested 2 senior Waqf officials, East Jerusalem Waqf chairman Sheikh Abdel Azim Salhab and deputy director of the Waqf, Sheikh Najeh Bekarat, banning them from entering the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound for some 30 days. Well, we know that in the last days they've been likened by Jesus himself under the days of Noah, where men were inventors of evil things and the thoughts and intents of their heart were only evil continually, and the Illinois law proves those days have arrived. This gives us today's reminder to keep looking up.